everyone, divine masculines, divine feminines, anyone just tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is going to be a general reading about the divine masculine and the divine feminines. I just want to see, is that what we want to do? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. All right, and so again, if you want to book a personal reading, please follow the description box below. All right, this is a general reading, so please take what applies. If you're hoping for a little more detailed in the reading, know that it's a general reading, so unfortunately, you may apply, but it's general, so if you want to know more about you and your situation, if you want to be included in the love fest in my reading, please book a personal reading, okay? So I'm not excluding anyone, but I will emphasize on the cards that I see, all right? So again, general reading. Let's see the mirror effect with the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Let's do the divine feminine first. She has the 10 of Pentacles. She has the 5 of Pentacles. She has the 7 of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Wow, lots of earth energy, earth energy. Lots of yellow, even in our 7 of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is the main energy I see here. Let's do the divine masculine. The Empress, so he's still in his same energy about you. The Justice, he's still in the very much same energy. So it looks like the divine feminine is like working real fast, like working around the clock, it seems. The divine feminine is working around the clock, yeah. And then for the divine masculine, let's see. Okay, so both of you, this is for the divine feminine and divine masculine is what I was just looking at. You both are working. You guys are both working. It's so cute because he's working hard to get to you and you're working hard to get to him, and you're different in your mirror aspects, okay? So you both have different tasks but are really like almost on the same plane, all right? I can tell with the divine feminine, she's kind of... So again, okay, so but you all should be in this pentacle energy somehow, some way. It could just mean being about down to earth, really focusing on your nonprofit, really focusing on your business, really focusing on being the manager. If you're a manager, okay, a lot of this can talk about being a manager, being someone who's superior in your job, in your career, in your physical attributes on earth. You know what I mean? So it says that you're ahead of your game there. And it talks about you feeling in your power. It's like you feel... You feel all right. I think you feel okay. I think you're feeling hopeful and ready for the next step with your divine masculine. You start off with the 10 of Pentacles. So that's like whether you're rich or whether you're almost rich or whatever, if you have like $1,000 to $1 million in your bank, it's not really so much about that. But congratulations and continue working if you are, which it looks like you will. Continue working regardless of how much money's in the bank. Looks like you're willing to, you know that you're in the dark. You know you're left out in the cold. I think everyone who knows they're in a twin flame journey, especially if you're a divine feminine, knows kind of where you are by now. Nothing's like, you've kind of gotten, nothing's like new to you right now. It seems like you're understanding your position. If you're especially in this position where you're working towards something and it's like you already have your mission and your goal. You're on your journey now, okay? But it looks like the divine feminines feel all right. They feel hopeful. They feel somewhat secure in their money, okay? I feel like you feel secure in your home and kind of everything that you have going on right now. It seems like the divine feminine, whether you're an earth sign or not, it seems that you're already on your journey. It's like you've already taken off and this is kind of what's going on. You're already on the ride, you know? Let's clarify this 10 of Pentacles, okay, for you. 10 of Pentacles for the divine feminine. I feel like you've come to a completion, and some of you, your divine masculine, if he's a fire sign or an air sign or an earth sign, he sees your success. So some of you, he's able to see your success. Some of you, I do want to say that he is watching you. I don't think a lot of you know that. Even those times where you feel like you've been ghosted and you are left out in the cold, which it says, this tells me that he is watching you. This tells me that he's watching you closely. Believe that. Tell me about this 10 of Pentacles, especially if it's an earth sign. He's watching you, especially in the aspect of his own, okay? Tell us about this 10 of Pentacles for the divine feminine. Wow, it's like super choppy. And well, let me see. Let me open the deck. What's this Ten of Pentacles about for the Divine Feminine? The Temperance card. So a lot of you could just be working diligently, you know, like I feel like there's a chillness. I'm feeling calm while I'm talking about you guys, you girls, the Divine Feminines, like because I think it's because of the energy he's working off of. Like, you know, he's working real hard. Like, he is working real hard is what I'm trying to tell you. There's like a lot of karma he's trying to get rid of. He's also making compromises in his life now, especially if he's in a marriage. I do believe that you're feeling out in the cold because he is married or he's in a commitment, but I don't believe like it's going to last very long. He's looking at a new relationship and a new start with the Divine Feminine. And you're just like trying to get everything situated and trying to get everything together, I feel like the Divine Feminines right now are just ready to kind of do what they have to do in order for union. So they're working towards that goal. You may not feel like you're working towards the goal. Some of you may or may not be, really. But you may not also feel like you're going to end up somewhere, you know, in positive with him. Or some of you just realize that, you know what, it's time to do what you got to do. Put in the money, put in the effort, put in the time, and just start working towards what you want. If you've made the decision to work towards what you want, no matter how you feel, you know, no matter where you are, right? Given a good attitude or a negative attitude, you're working towards the union. And it also talks about how the Divine Feminine may not even be, you may not even realize that you're working towards this union, though. That's what I get for some of you. You know, this card talks about improvement and work in yourself, for yourself. But, you know, there's that road to happiness here. And it looks like some of you may not even be aware that you're going there to meet him on the other side. So regardless of the area that you come in, I guess these are the two different aspects the Divine Feminine could be in. But nevertheless, the Pentacles energy, the down-to-earth energy, still down to earth here, you know. Maybe you're not going completely spastic. Like I said, I feel like the Divine Feminines are kind of on like a balanced, even when they're in this energy, it's right on top of the Divine Masculine's Justice card. As you see, it's a mirror. So maybe some of you realize, how can you be so calm? How can you be so chill when you've just lost your job, when you've just lost some money, when you're still trying to situate, when you're just still out in the cold, you don't know what the hell is happening, you know. Seems even in some of you guys, if you're air signs, but some of you girls may be like going out on dates or doing things with people, doing mischievous things, you know, whether it's dates, physical, lying, stealing, anything that you're doing that kind of is just like, you know, you shouldn't want to get caught. It's kind of sneaky, even though this person is not like, technically this card talks about them not being, well, yeah, being sneaky, but just not lying about it as he leaves evidence behind. But I don't even feel like the Divine Feminine, some of you are subconsciously aware where you're headed or where you're going in success. Okay, under that is his Two of Cups. So there's definitely something that some of you may or may not realize is still very much a part of this picture, is still very much a part of your plan. Some of the Divine Feminines may be in denial also about what they're doing and what they're going through. For those who felt like they dropped the connection, it doesn't drop just because you want it to. This is like supposed to be destined. So when you come up to the altar and it's like, do you want to be with him or not? And you say no, that's fine, but you got to the altar. That's the point. You got to the finish line. So some of you guys are working towards your own happiness. Regardless, it looks like. I think the Divine Feminines are in kind of a good spot. I think a lot of us have decided what we're going to do, and we're on our road and we're doing that, okay? Some of us feel like we've accomplished a lot, but there's still like a big but in the air, you know? I feel like some of us have, oh look who's at the bottom, yeah, the Queen of Pentacles, and then the King is in your spread. Some of us are lashing out on somebody, treating them just like the Divine Masculine is treating us. So it's like, say you're dating, right, and you're left out in the cold by your Divine Masculine, and you just call them an ex. You're treating that new person just like the Divine Masculine treated you. So if they were like, you're so beautiful, you're telling that girl or that guy, they're so handsome, it's kind of like you're giving people the taste, the taste of the medicine you were dosed. You know what I'm saying? You were diagnosed, so now you're like going around telling everybody else they're as sick or, or as ill as you are, kind of thing. I get a sense here that the divine feminine, excuse me. Again, I think it just says that a lot of the divine feminines are working in a way that they don't even realize where they're going to end up for positive. But this may be the way you needed to go. You know how sometimes they say when you're not looking, things come about, and regardless, you're working though. So I think that's a good thing. I think for the last few stages and the last few steps of this journey is going to be good for some of you. Some of you are in your last few steps with your divine masculine, especially if they're an earth sign or an air sign, okay? We'll go ahead and throw in water sign and fire sign. If it looks like I don't know how to really explain it. Like, you may not even feel like you're putting in the work, and some of you may not even be putting in that much work towards this aspect. But the work you're putting in your life is really going to lead you to that I was talking about. And if you're on a twin flame journey, you already know where that sun leads and who's on the other side of that rainbow. Okay, so it looks like divine feminines keep working. I want to tell the divine feminines to work on what you're working in, invest in what you're working in. But I do want to tell the divine feminines not to invest too strongly in any business that you're working in, only because I say it's going to fall. Because once you connect and you get to this sun here, it's a different path. You guys are, whatever you're doing now is going to add to your legacy, but it's a new legacy. It's a new path. So this work that you're putting in, divine feminines, it's so that on your way, if you look back or something on it, you knew that you could put this much work in. You knew that you could fight for something. You knew you could be patient and have temperance. It's all for your building blocks. But with all of this pentacle energy, it's almost like, don't take it too seriously. Like if you're non-committal aspects of yourself or to come into play, it should come into play now, because it looks like you're going to end up having to give it all up for the union of you and your divine masculine. I know that sounds kind of awful, but you're going to have to go ahead and give it up. Everything that you were working for, everything that you were doing before. It's not give up your business. It's not give up your life. It's not give up your kids, or your mother and father, taking care of them in the rehabilitation center. It's, more along the lines of your own physical success. Like if you own many restaurants or something like that, that's set, that's fine. But like if you're looking at, I don't know, like if you're, for an example, if you're looking at into new businesses and where you're going to put in your profit, where you're going to invest right now, everything that you're doing, especially that you started since this point, is just going, it's not going to be there forever, is what I'm saying. Tower moments also have to do with throwing away dead weight and things that aren't going to be beneficial in your later time. So what I'm saying is, don't get too attached to the investments or to the people that you're invested in this time, where you're a little rebellious or, before the union, because it says that once you two are united, that all that's kind of is going to be like somewhat diminished. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So with the divine masculine here with the Empress, if you look at the previous videos about what the divine masculine feels about the divine feminine, it still hasn't changed. He still thinks you're beautiful. You're like the all-around perfect kind of chick for him. So you put that into your own perspective on how you look and how you smell and how you take care of your house and everything about you, though, he loves. And even if he doesn't know how you, I don't know, pick your boogers or something, like he still finds you beautiful. It's not that anything that you do, even how you look on this day or how you look in whatever the hell you're doing on this day, you know what I'm saying? Your stubbornness and, your need for the shinier things, if he's even just more an earthy guy, it just is, he just like thinks you're beautiful and loves you regardless. So, the balance is going to come, the compromise is going to come from who you are and who he is. Being a mirror, being twin flames, you're quite opposite, but opposites attract, and there's looking like there's going to be a strategy here. No nonsense, no BS. Let's just compromise. We know that we love each other. Let's just compromise where you are and where I am in life, and let's just come together. Okay, we have the Two of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. So he's going to love you no matter what. And that's probably why, Divine Feminines, you feel like some of you could be rebelling in your life right now. Like, damn, I don't want to keep thinking about him. Maybe some of us go out and take a night out on the town. Some of us just don't make as many sales one day. Some of us just crawl up in a ball we didn't go running. You know